upon a time in a kingdom far away, far beyond the farthest reaches of the earth, in a place that's so hard to find, one might believe they had ventured into a world quite unknown.
Oh, wrap it up already. I'm an aged man and I got a lot more to do in this story.
Who are you?
Why, I'm the huntsman. I'm one of the characters in this story you're telling.
Huntsman, you don't understand. You see, when I found out that I would be the narrator of this story, I began researching the art of storytelling. I found out that all of the professional storytellers use many adjectives.
Adjectivate as what?
Adjectives? Words that describe things. One must describe the setting so completely that they can envision all aspects of where they are.
I think we've all fully envisioned that already. I mean, they live far away. Why don't we just say that, okay? Let's just get moving here. Continue.
Very well. In this kingdom far away lived a beautiful queen and a handsome king. They were the happiest people in all the kingdom. For today, the queen gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Because her skin was so pure and white as snow, they decided to call her Snow White.
Yeah. Good times, huh? Let me tell you something. Well, this didn't last very long, because not long after that, why, Snow White's mama died. And not long after that, her father married an evil witch of a woman and gives me the shivers. Oh.
My good man, although I enjoy your spunk and enthusiasm for this tale, I do believe I thought I was telling the story.
Well, I just thought it'd help you out a little bit, Junior.
Well, you kind of progressed the plot rather quickly. You see, I was going to bring the baby on and show how the king and queen loved her.
Well, I don't have time for that. I'm an aged man, and if I sit too long, well, my bones, they begin to hurt pretty bad. And if I don't move around now and again, well, I get terrible itch.
Oh, well, now I do share your urgency. Let's proceed, shall we?
Let's proceed.
After Snow White's mother passed, her father, the king, married a beautiful woman. But that was only on the outside, because inside, ew, she was ugly. She was selfish and extremely jealous of Snow White.
Snow White! Why does that child constantly keep us waiting?
I don't know, dear.
I don't know why she can't come right away when I call her. It is disrespectful. To me, her stepmother. Why would she do that?
I don't know, dear.
She is a princess, after all. Can you imagine her treating her subjects that way? Maybe I should let our subjects know how disrespectful she is. What do you think?
I don't know, dear.
Snow White! Oh, that girl troubles me so. Oh, I think I'm starting to get frown lines. I'm aging as we speak. It is all because of Snow White. Can you believe it?
I don't know, dear.
What do you mean you don't know? Are you going to let her disrespect me like that?
I don't know, dear.
Will you get your head out of your work and pay attention to me?
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry, dear. A king's work is never done. Declarations and edicts and... Well, let's not get into the subjects that would like a meeting with the king.
Well, perhaps I need to request an audience from my husband. Always time for his subjects, but never time for me.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm all ears. What were you saying?
Snow White is giving me wrinkles.
I'm not sure I understand.
She never comes when I call, and it causes me stress. It makes me frown. Do you like to see me frown?
No, dear.
All this frowning and stress is not good for me keeping my youthful glow.
My darling, I'm sure she can't hear you.
Well, a child should always listen to her stepmother.
How can she listen to you when she can't hear you?
Well, she should hear me so she could listen. Don't make excuses for her. I always knew she didn't like me. She is doing this on purpose.
I'm sure this is all just a misunderstanding. Well, why don't I go get her for you?
Fine, but she better have a good excuse for ignoring my calls. At least I have my magic mirror to lift my spirits. I am truly the most beautiful in the land. My mirror always tells me the truth. Don't you, mirror?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You look nervous. Why are you nervous?
Me? Nervous? I don't know what you're talking about.
Then you won't mind telling me what I need to hear. Mirror,
Yes?
do you have something you want to tell me?
Do you have something you want to ask me?
Very well then. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is fairest of all?
You, my queen, are fair, it's true.
I knew it. I've still got it.
But Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you.
What?
What?
What did you say?
You want me to repeat it?
Yes, I want to make sure I heard you right. And you better tell the truth this time.
That's the problem.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is fairest of all?
You, my queen, are fair, it's true. But,
No, but.
Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you.
No!
Yes!
I should crack you.
Well, I mean, you could crack me, but it would give you 7 years bad luck.
How could that homely little girl be more beautiful than me?
Well, she grows older each day, and, so do you.
Mirror!
Yes?
Quiet!
Darling, I brought Snow White.
Father said you called. I would have come sooner.
Are you making excuses for ignoring me?
Well, no, I just don't think that yelling is an effective way to summon me when I've been moved to the East Tower.
Your point?
Well, that's 2 towers away.
And
This is a big castle.
leave me.
But darling, you didn't tell her why you called her.
Are you taking her side?
I'm not taking anyone's side.
Well, it's okay, Father. If that is all, I will go.
Look at you. So good, so obedient, so fair.
Darling, why don't you finish getting ready, and you and I will go for a walk in the garden.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Goodbye, stepmother.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Oh, what was that, darling?
Oh, nothing.
Well, if we're all done here, I do need to get back to work.
Of course you do, dear. Huntsman, you just go ahead and work to your heart's content, darling. I have work to do of my own.
I don't know, dear.
Perfect. Can you hear a word I'm saying, dear?
I don't know, dear.
Huntsman!
Oh, Kate! Hold your horses, I'm coming. Oh, bones can only move so fast, and the faster I move, my teeth start to fall out. So hard keeping them in there, you know. Keep them up there. What can I do for you, my queen?
Huntsman, I need to ask you a favor. You know my stepdaughter, Snow White.
The princess? Well, how could I not?
I need you to make her disappear, if you know what I mean.
Oh, are we playing hide and seek? Well, I've been playing that game for years. I'm so good at it. I'll hide her where you're never gonna find her, so you better get your game on, baby. Be prepared to hunt of your life.
No, I am not playing games. I am very serious. Do I look like a woman that plays games?
Oh.
I want you to get rid of her. Got it? Permanently. If you know what I mean.
Permanently?
If you know what I mean.
No, I'm not really sure what you mean. Like, get rid of her how exactly?
I need you to dispose of her. I am sure, being a huntsman, you have disposed of things before.
Well, dispose of her? Well, I think I know what you mean, but how does His Majesty feel about that?
Dear, how do you feel about getting rid of Snow White?
I don't know, dear.
See, he's fine with it.
They sound a little bit indecisive to me.
Are you questioning the Queen?
No, I'm just making sure I got the right orders, that's all.
There isn't much to understand. Dispose of her. Understand?
Understand.
Leave me and go do what I requested.
Yes, my queen.
Hurry, huntsman!
Well, I'm going as fast as I can, and I gotta keep my teeth in and everything.
Glad to hear your spirits have lifted, dear.
More than you know.
Snow White, I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Huntsman. I was just waiting for my father. We're going to take a walk together.
Perhaps that was to position you for what I need to do.
What do you mean, Huntsman?
I was just summoned by the Queen. She wants me to dispose of you.
Dispose of me? Well, that makes no sense.
Yes, that's what I thought too. Now, I'm not an educated man, but I am a hunter. And there's one thing that I do know. It's disposing of my scraps.
Well, I'm not sure I know what you mean.
I didn't at first either, Snow White, but I looked it up. And you see, disposing is throwing something away, like throwing out the garbage. I'm sorry, Snow White, but I gotta obey my orders. Now, I thought long and hard about this, Snow White. And I don't just want to, stick you in a bag permanently. So I figured I would just dispose of the way I dispose of my scraps after I'm hunting.
Well, how is that?
Well, I'm just gonna give you a little toss into the woods with the rest of my scraps.
You're just going to toss me into the woods?
Permanently! She made that very, very clear.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Well, nothing that the Queen says ever makes sense now, does it?
Well, I suppose you're right. Well, if I must be thrown into the woods permanently, perhaps I can find a place to live out there. I am growing up. Maybe I should explore the world on my own. Perhaps that's what this is all about. She wants me to be more responsible.
Well, makes sense to me. Well, are you ready there, Snow White?
I suppose. I'll miss you, Huntsman.
Oh, I'll miss you too, Snow White. Now brace yourself.
So Snow White was disposed of in the woods. The huntsman told the queen immediately of his success at Snow White's disposal. Why, the queen was overjoyed and instantly began her beauty regimen to maintain her title of fairest in the land. Snow White wandered through the woods to start a life of her own and to take on more responsibility, just as she thought the queen wanted. As she wandered, she came across a cottage. Perhaps she could find more responsibility here. She knocked on the door.
Hello? Is anybody home? No answer. Well, the door is opened. Perhaps I'll just let myself in and explore.
Oh, Snow White walked through the cottage. Inside the cottage, everything was small. There was a small little table with 7 small itty-bitty little chairs, with 7 small itty-bitty plates and 7 small itty-bitty spoons. Why, she was so very hungry that she decided to sit down in a small little itty-bitty chair and pick up one of the small little itty-bitty spoons so she could eat the soup inside the small itty-bitty little bowl. As she was eating, she saw against the wall 7 small itty-bitty beds, all neatly made. Why, she had such an exhausting day, she decided to lay down on one of the small little itty-bitty beds and take a nap. After she fell soundly asleep, 7 little men walked into the cottage.
Why do we have to hunt for gold so far away from the cottage? It's exhausting.
Well, because that's where we find gold, and you want food on the table, don't you? Everybody sit down.
Dude, it's cool. I know you're tired. That's a natural feeling after the hike we had. But we're here now. Take a load off and chill, man.
My chair is pulled out. Someone sat in my chair.
You have to speak up, Mouse. I can't hear you.
Someone sat in my chair.
What? He said someone sat in his chair.
Ah!
Ew.
Dude.
My spoon! My spoon has been moved!
Oh, that's nothing. What you should be worried about is that your bowl's empty.
Oh my gosh, we're doomed!
We are not doomed.
Who cares? I only ate half of mine. Here.
Oh! I saw you! You clearly stuck that spoon back in right after you ate from it! I saw you!
Ew. The soup is full of your saliva. Do you realize how many germs are floating around in that bowl?
That wasn't so incredibly nice of you, Sloppy. Sharing is caring. That's my motto.
Yeah. Get over it. Do you know how many times I drank out of that carton of milk and you had no idea?
Ew.
Dude!
Oh, for crying out loud! You're all driving me crazy. Sit down and eat. Here, you can have mine, Gloom.
That was so incredibly nice of you. Sharing is caring.
Well, I hope we don't have as much gold to haul back tomorrow. Ugh, my feet are tired. My back is killing me.
Oh, get your feet off the table, man!
Ew, that is disgusting.
Dude!
be heading to bed. With all of this sharing, I seem to have lost my appetite.
Me too. I'm not feeling so well. Oh, all those germs that Sloppy was bouncing around made me sick. I may not be able to go to work tomorrow.
You say that every day, Gloom. Stop complaining.
You have to have positive vibes, man. You can't go around being negative. It does nothing but bring you down. And if you're down, well, that's just a bummer. And no one wants to be at bummer level. Right, dude?
Now my head hurts.
Why don't we all just go to bed? I think we've had enough for one day.
I can't sleep.
What did you say, Mouse? I can't hear you.
I can't sleep?
What?
Oh, for the love of Pete! He said he can't sleep!
Roll over and count sheep or something.
Someone is in my bed.
What?
He said someone's in his bed!
Would you all stop goofing around? Everybody get in their own beds. Gee.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bossy. But everybody's been in their bed. Except for Mouse, that is.
I'll admit I like to come home from lunch and eat on Doom's bed. But never have I ever slept in anyone else's bed.
Ugh, is this cheese in my bed?
Oh.
Oh. Well, if everybody's in their own bed, who's in Mouse's?
A pretty lady?
Oh, she's grand. A very pretty lass indeed.
Dudes, she's the raddest dudette I've ever seen.
How did she get in?
I think I forgot to lock the door.
She may be after me gold.
Did you realize what you just did? We don't know anything about her. She could be a hoarder, a thief, and worst of all, a non-hand washer.
Ew!
Yeah,
And in our cottage. We have no idea where he's been.
right.
What's wrong with that? Ew! Get him away from me. I can't even.
Well, everybody calm down. We gotta figure out what to do with her.
Well, she is pretty to look at.
We can't just stand here looking at her all day.
I agree. It does seem a little bit creepy, but I can't seem to stop.
You know what? Maybe we ought to just poke her.
We can't touch her. We don't know where she's been. She's a stranger.
Ah, stranger danger!
Let's sloppy poke her.
We can poke her with a stick.
Oh, nobody's poking anybody with a stick.
She is waking up.
What? You need to speak up, Mouse.
She is waking up.
Oh, for crying out loud! He's trying to tell you that she's waking up.
Who are all of you?
Better yet, who are you? This is our cottage! You're the one that doesn't belong.
Well, I'm Snow White, and I have no place to go. My stepmother disposed of me.
Disposed of you?
Well, actually, it was the huntsman that disposed of me, but she sent him to do it. He threw me out with the scraps.
Oh, like with the garbage, the trash?
Oh, it's worse than I thought. She was in the trash.
Dude, I bet it was a gnarly ride.
Well, I don't know. It seemed rather lonely.
Wait a minute! Your name is Snow White, like in Princess Snow White.
Yes.
And your mom, the queen, had the huntsman to dispose of you?
Don't you think that seems a little odd?
Well, yes, but everything the queen does seems a little odd.
Oh, for crying out loud! She sent the huntsman who kills things to dispose of you. Do you know what she wanted?
Well, that makes more sense. She never liked me. Oh, I'm so glad that the huntsman didn't understand. I could be dead right now. Oh, I have to hide. She can't know where I am. She might come after me.
We can hide you. You could stay here.
Mouse!
What? She is pretty, and she's a princess. We have to help her.
We could get her to clean.
Yeah, and cook.
Wait, you mean in our house?
You'll have to sour first. And then scrub the sour to make sure to get all the germs off.
Gladly do that for giving me a place to stay.
Oh, wait! I'm in charge here. Maybe I don't want her to stay here.
All in favor of letting the princess stay?
Aye.
Bye.
Aye, if she takes a bath.
Hey!
Majority rules.
No, wait! That isn't how this works.
Well, I promise you don't even know I'm here, and you won't have to lift a finger at home.
All right, but you better do a good job.
Oh, I promise. And now you all know my name. What are all of yours?
Well, I'm Joe. But I guess I'm sloppy, so they call me Sloppy Joe. Sloppy for short.
I am Mouse, because I'm so quiet.
And I am Dew.
And I'm Gloom. We're twins.
And I'm bossy, cause, well, I guess I am kind of bossy.
And I'm Dude, because that's my favorite word.
And I'm Seamus. What? That's my name. If you think I'd be named after my personality, you got another thing coming.
So, Bossy, Sloppy, Doom, and Gloom, Mouse, Dude, and Seamus. I got it!
Okay, enough with the pleasantries. Can we go to bed? We all got work in the morning.
So Snow White happily stayed with the 7 dwarves. She cooked and cleaned as they went to search for gold. Meanwhile, in the castle, the queen needed to hear the words she loved to hear. So she called the magic mirror to lift her spirits.
Mirror.
Yes, my queen?
I have a question for you.
Last time you asked a question, you didn't like the answer. You threatened to crack me.
I believe your answer has changed.
If you applied more moisturizers and creams, I'm afraid that's not gonna help. You're gonna need a lot more help than that. I can't lie.
You won't have to, Mirror. Let's just say the huntsman helped me fix the situation.
What did you do?
Take a look. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is fairest of all?
You, my queen, are fair, it's true. But Snow White, beyond the mountains with the 7 dwarfs, is still 1,000 times fairer than you.
What? She's still alive? That dim-witted huntsman? I should have known. If you want to solve a problem, you need to take care of it yourself.
So the evil queen got to work on her evil plan, but she made a disguise. Picked some apples and placed them in a basket. She mixed up a lethal potion to place on the apples and headed off into the woods. The woods where Snow White lived with the 7 dwarves. Meanwhile, at the dwarves' house, the dwarves were heading off for gold, leaving Snow White alone to do her chores.
See you later, Snow White.
Snow White, dinner better be ready when we get home.
I think he's starting to like you.
Bye. Don't let Floppy eat lunch in my bed. That's disgusting.
Yeah, and don't let anybody in. You never know who could be out there, okay? Someone might recognize you. So lock this place up. Don't go out. Stay inside.
Have an awesome morning, Snow White.
Bye, Snow White. I really like you.
Snow White quietly waved as all 7 dwarves went off to work, while she hummed and danced as she did her daily chores, when she suddenly heard a knock on the door. As she looked out the window, she noticed an old lady standing there. No one ever came to the door. Why, what should she do? Should she answer it?
Aren't you going to let me in? I'm an old woman, and it's so very cold out here.
Oh, well, I am sorry, but this isn't my house, and I have strict orders not to let anyone in.
Oh, even a poor old woman? I'm so very lonely, and I just would like one person to talk to.
Oh, you have no one to talk to? No one to take care of you?
No, child. My poor husband is always working, trying to put food on the table. And my dear, dear daughter has wandered off. I haven't seen her for days. I'm so worried about her. I wonder, have you seen her?
Oh, well, I'm afraid I haven't seen anyone. I don't leave the house. The only people I see are the 7 small men that live in this house.
You live with 7 men? That seems like torture. It must be a pigsty there. No wonder you don't let anyone in.
Oh no, it's not. It's just a really long story.
Well, let me help you, child. It must be terribly lonely for you as well. Here, I have some apples we can share and talk. Lonely woman to lonely woman. What do you say?
Oh, I shouldn't. I have a lot to do.
Oh, pooh. I will not overstay my welcome. Just a minute or two. Please, child, I'm so lonely. I won't even come inside. Let me just see your beautiful face, and we will enjoy an apple and each other's company.
Well, maybe for just a minute.
And what a beauty you are! You must be the fairest in the land.
Well, I don't know about that.
Here, have an apple.
Oh, I couldn't. You said you were poor and you didn't have food on the table. I don't want to take your food. Why don't you come in and I can make you something?
Oh no, I wouldn't dare intrude. But it would break my heart if you didn't enjoy this apple. Some might even call it rude.
Oh, well, I don't want to be rude. I just didn't want to.
Just eat the apple, dear. You must be hungry from all your work.
Well, actually, I just ate.
Eat it.
What? Okay. Well, I've never seen an apple like this before. What kind is it? If you look real close, it has a black tint to it.
Oh, well, they are special apples from my special tree. You've heard of blackberries, haven't you?
Well, of course.
Well, this grows from a black apple tree.
Really? I've never heard of that.
Well, you don't get out much. Eat it. It tastes delicious. Yes, I've done it. She's gone, and now I am the best in the land. Oh,
And there Snow White laid, lifeless on the floor, when suddenly the dwarves arrived at their home.
I wonder what Snow White made for dinner. I'm like totally hungry, man.
Oh, the door was left open.
Where's Snow White?
Ooh, she's on the floor. That's so filthy.
Why would she be sleeping on the floor?
Snow White, wake up.
Ah! Why, she's not sleeping. She's dead.
Oh, why do you gotta be so dramatic, Doom? She's not breathing.
Dude, I'm so sad. I don't think I've ever had this feeling before.
Hark! I was riding my steed past this small cottage when I heard a bellow of cries. Due to my intense sense of humanity, I sallied forth to see what the trouble was. Upon my examination of the situation, I found a bunch of small men crying. How can I be of service to your sad situation?
Who are you? And what are you doing in our house? We don't like intruders.
Well, my name is Prince Henry, and I am not an intruder. Seeing that your door was wide open, I've simply come to rescue my subjects from their grim reality.
Dude, I have no idea what you're saying, but I like it.
Our friend Snow White is dead.
Perhaps my ears have deceived me, but I thought I heard out of your tiny little mouth that Snow White was dead.
That's exactly what he said. And that's exactly why our hearts are heavy.
Do you mean the Snow White, the most beautiful princess in the land, my betrothed? Although we haven't met.
I don't know about the betrothed part, but yeah, Princess Snow White is dead.
Well, Pardon my forthcoming insult, but how would small dwarf-sized men like yourselves, who, might I say, live deep in the woods, know a princess, let alone be the first to know of her untimely death?
Well, she's been living with us.
Living with you? Pardon my use of sarcasm, but sure, a princess lives with you. I will be on my way, as your perpetual lying has caused me great insult. Good day.
We're not lying. She's been living with us for weeks. Look, she's right there.
Good heavens, you're right.
Apparently, the queen was trying to hurt her.
And she's been hogging up our cottage ever since.
Oh, I figured it out. Why, the queen found her and poisoned her somehow.
Dudes, there is an apple beside her, with a bite taken out of it. It's just a thought, but maybe the queen poisoned her with a poisoned apple.
Don't be silly. Oh, you know how Sloppy leaves his lunch all over the place? It was probably his apple.
Hey, I didn't have an apple today. It wasn't me.
Oh, let me see this apple.
Ew, don't pick it up. You don't know what's on it. Look at it from down there.
Oh, it is poison, all right. Oh, mixed with a bit of hocus pocus.
What do we do?
Well, there is only one thing we can do. Take her back to the castle where she can rest in peace.
Well, how do you suppose we get her there? The castle's quite far away.
With my trusty steed, of course. All we need to do is hoist her upon my horse, and we will deliver her to her father, the king. Oh, let's go, my love. Oh.
Snow White!
Snow White!
So it all ended quite nicely. I placed Snow White upon my steed and escorted her back to the castle. When we got there, we were wed that very evening, after Snow White told her father about the queen and all of her evil doings. Why, he was so upset that he banished the queen to a village farther than far away, where all she had was a tall tower to live in and a garden of Rapunzel to eat. But that, my dears, is quite another story.